Hello, I'm Pat O'Hare, Chief Market Analyst for Briefing.com. Today is Thursday, November 13. Keep this number in mind today, 839.80. That number marks the low established on October 10 and is considered the key line in the sand for technicians when they make reference to retesting the bottom. With yesterday's closing price of 852.30, we are just 1.5% away from a specific retest of the October 10th bottom. In light of the major headlines since yesterday's close, it is a wonder why the market isn't going to blow through it in early trading. The biggest headline was the announcement from Intel that it now expects fourth quarter revenues to be $9 billion plus or minus $300 million versus its prior guidance range of $10.1 billion to $10.9 billion. Intel added that the revision is due to significantly weaker demand in all geographies and market segments. On a related note, leading chip equipment maker Applied Materials also issued fiscal first quarter revenue and earnings guidance that is well below the current consensus estimates. Wait, there's more. Walmart posted better than expected third quarter results, but then provided fourth quarter and full year guidance that is below current consensus estimates due primarily to rapid changes in currency exchange rates. Germany's economy contracted 0.5% in the third quarter, marking the second straight quarterly contraction, which serves as the textbook definition of a recession. RealtyTrac, meanwhile, reported that U.S. foreclosure activity increased 25% in October from the prior year. Initial jobless claims for the weekend of November 8th rose to a 7-year high of 516,000, a bigger than expected increase. The 4-week moving average and continuing claims also moved higher. This is a discouraging claims report to say the least. It suggests non-farm payrolls will decline for an 11th consecutive month and makes it clear that it is getting more difficult to find a job in the current environment. Separately, the nominal trade balance improved in September to $56.5 billion from $59.1 billion in August, as the dollar value of oil imports fell sharply. The real trade deficit, or the deficit adjusted for prices, increased to $42.1 billion from $39.4 billion, as both real exports and imports fell. The trade data are starting to show the impact of weak overseas demand on exports. Export growth has been very strong the past couple of years, and a retracement would be a significant negative for export-oriented companies. In aggregate, then, the major headlines today are not of the uplifting variety, yet the market started the day with small gains. Where it goes from there is anyone's guess, but the resilience in the early going indicates a lot of the bad news was already priced in with the 15% decline in the S&P 500 in the past 6 sessions. If the October bottom holds, there is good potential for a nice-sized trading rally. I'm Pat O'Hare for Briefing.com. Thanks for listening.